What if your customers are trying to find your business online, but instead of finding you, they find your competitors? Now, more than ever, it's time to make sure you have the right SEO to make your business stand out online. Welcome to Go Mind Your Business with Terri Bork, presented by Extreme Marketing Concepts, putting your business in front of the hungry herd of buyers who are looking for you right now. Extreme Marketing Concepts, helping you drive more traffic, dominate the market, and crush your competition. And now, here's Terri.
Hello everybody and welcome to Go Mind Your Business. My name is Terri Bork and I am really excited to be with you. It's Thanksgiving. The weather is changing. Here in Tampa it's absolutely pouring rain and the weather is messing with my technology. Throughout the rest of the country we have huge snow and all sorts of stuff going on, but wherever you are, I wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving and I hope that you are going to just stuff yourself full of all sorts of yummy Thanksgiving goodness. On our program today, I have an amazing friend of mine. She is phenomenal. Her name is Liz Fulcher, and she has taught me all about essential oils, and I am so excited to share her with you because I don't know if you know anything or not about essential oils, but I can't wait to learn more today. So please help me welcome to our program today, Liz Fulcher. Liz, welcome.
Thank you, Terri. This is so much fun being here with you. I mean, you and I are friends and have become friends through this whole process. And I'm so excited now to be teaching you and your audience about essential oils and aromatherapy. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure to have you, Liz. I love it. Let me share a little bit about you and your company.
I want to say one thing. I'm in Pennsylvania, and it's beautiful and sunny. You're in Florida, and it stinks.
It does. So, lucky you. That's a change, right? Well, let me share you with our audience a little bit, and we'll get into it. So Liz Fulcher, she brings 23 years of essential oil experience, research, and education to her work as a clinical aromatherapist and essential oil educator. Her passion is empowering others to become creatively inspired by essential oils and follow their dreams of becoming successful aromatherapists. For 10 years, Liz was on the faculty of the Nittany Institute of Natural Health in State College of Pennsylvania as the Director of Aromatherapy Studies. She served as the Pennsylvania Regional Director of the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapy, or the NAHA organization, for 14 years. In 2010, Liz opened the Aromatic Wisdom Institute, School of Creative Aromatherapy in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania, where she offers a 235-hour aromatherapy certification program, plus a variety of classes on essential oil and hydrosol. So Liz, again, welcome to our program. I am so excited to have you.
Thank you, Terri. I know that was a long intro. I mean, I appreciate all those big words, and you did great. You did great.
Oh, great. Well, you know, and I have to tell you, like, I don't know what some of that stuff means, so I'm so excited that you're going to be able to share it with us today. So tell me about your school, the Aromatic Wisdom Institute, School of Aromatherapy.
Mm-hmm. Tell you a little bit about the school?
Yes, please.
Okay. Absolutely. So the school provides education to anyone who'd like to learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils. My classes are all geared toward how to use plant extracts and things, which we'll talk about here in a minute. And students can go away with a lot of information on safe and effective ways to use essential oils.
Oh, fantastic. So, you know, we talk about aromatherapy, and for people like me who are not as familiar, what exactly is aromatherapy?
It's a great question, great place to begin. So the sort of catch term that I always give my students is the aromatherapy is the skilled and controlled use of essential oils for healing. And that can be healing the body, healing the spirit, healing the mind. And I really stress the words essential oils, skilled and controlled, and healing, because the use of essential oils is the cornerstone of aromatherapy. So when you take essential oils and you use them for a specific application, you're practicing the modality of aromatherapy.
Oh, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That helps me a lot.
Good.
So then, what are essential oils? And I've heard they're good for you. So can you share a little bit about essential oils with us?
I'd love to. I mean, I've been using essential oils, my goodness. I first discovered them in 1991. So 23 years I've done everything with these extracts. So plants have these specialized glands. First of all, an essential oil is the aromatic part of the plant. It's what gives a plant its signature aroma. So, for example, when you take a peppermint leaf, and if you were to crush it between your hands and smell the peppermint aroma left on your hand, that is essential oil that you're smelling on your hands. So so plants contain these specialized glands and ducts that hold this beautiful aromatic liquid, and it's for the well-being of the plant, to attract predators, to attract pollinators. Everything that Mother Nature does is for the well-being of the plant, and so they exist there for the plant's well-being. But I tell you, Terry, not all plants have essential oils. That's just one of those anomalies of nature. So not every single plant in the world can be used in aromatherapy. Just the specialized ones with these wonderful aromatics in them.
Oh, fantastic. So on your specialized plants, what are some common ways that you use essential oils?
Okay. I'm going to backtrack. One little thing I didn't say that I think I should interject here is one of the things that essential oils all have in common is that they are antibacterial. And that's one of the reasons we use them. The other thing is that if you do not use essential oils, you're not actually practicing aromatherapy. You've got the aroma, but not the therapy, because essential oils have these incredible properties like, lots of big $10 words, like antibacterial, of course, antimicrobial, antiviral. Some of them can be antiviral, which is awesome right now. There's a lot of scary viruses going around. Amenagogue, which is an interesting word that would make an oil really good in labor. Antipyretic, to bring down a fever, anti-inflammatory. So essential oils have a wide range of therapeutic properties that we can use for our benefit. Also, being antibacterial, and they smell good, they're fabulous in cleaning products. So you can use them, Terry, from everything as simple as just to clean your kitchen sink with, for example, to clean the countertop, just to kill bacteria and make the kitchen smell good, all the way to using essential oils to bring down inflammation, to actually help a wound close, to create what's called a cicatriscent property, where the tissue starts to, the scar tissue is formed. Essential oils have a wide range of properties. What was the question?
How
do we use them?
How are we using them? So again, you're giving some great examples of how we use them today.
I get talking about essential oils, and I kind of go into a rapture where I'm so in love with this modality, as you can tell.
Oh, I can tell. It's so great. So one of the things when we first started talking and getting to know each other, I was sharing with Liz that I was at a conference and I started getting tired, and someone gave me essential oil to just immediately put on my skin, and I asked Liz why that would be done and if that was even a good practice. So Liz, why don't you educate our audience on what really happened and what our listeners need to watch out for and actually do.
Tell them what I said to you in private, which was?
Yeah, tell them. Well, what Liz shared with me in private was that the oil should actually be put into a lotion, a drop of it into a lotion, and used on specific areas in my body, not just to put it directly to my skin directly, because it could be not healthy for me.
Beautiful. You learned well, Grasshopper. Very good. So the bottom line is, I think what I'd actually said was like, gasp, somebody put essential oils on A. I don't agree with that whatsoever, because the person did not know how you would respond to an essential oil. Essential oils are really, really, really super concentrated. If you can imagine, Terry, it takes something like 40 grams of plant material to make 1 drop of essential oil. So it's tons of plant material to extract, a little bit of essential oil. So therefore, they're so concentrated. As such, you don't need a lot. You can take that 1 drop, for example, you're feeling tired. What I would have done if a stranger came up to me, or someone I knew but they didn't know about essential oils, and they said, I'm really tired, what I probably would have done was taken a drop of peppermint, put it on a tissue, and wafted it around their nose and said, here, breathe that. If I felt that I wanted to put it on their skin, I would not have gone undiluted. And the term that we use in aromatherapy is neat, N-E-A-T. Like when you take your whiskey neat, there's nothing, it's just straight whiskey in a glass. When you use essential oils neat, it's from the bottle onto your skin. So you are using so much concentrated material on a little spot. So what I would have done with, in this case, with your example, I would have probably taken a little bit of any hand lotion, cream, oil, and then rubbed it in. But jumping right into putting things on the skin is not always the first approach, and it's definitely not the best approach.
Oh, well, I'm glad that we got that out there and we were able to share it with our listeners, because, I want to keep you guys safe, but at all costs, right?
So I want to tell you why that is, Terry. Sorry, I feel as though I'd like this part 2 of this. And what happens is, when you use essential oils undiluted on the skin, 2 things happen. Number 1, you can have an irritation. And that's kind of an immediate short-term response, and that's not fun. But the other thing is that when people follow this practice, Terry, of using essential oils undiluted over and over and over on their skin, behind their ears, on their feet, on their legs, and never put them in a carrier like oil or cream, there's a phenomenon called sensitization that happens, and it's contact dermatitis. People can, and very likely will, develop an allergy. That's a big reason why you want to dilute it. You don't want to have to not be able to use those essential oils. Okay.
Oh, fantastic. Well, here we are. We're keeping you safe on Go Mind Your Business today with Liz. And I'm so excited that she's sharing that, because I want to keep you guys healthy. And I want you to enjoy essential oils the way that they're designed to be used. So I love that. Put it on a little tissue and take a whiff and go, ooh, okay, I'm awake now. Sweet. Perfect. So, what criteria, Liz, do you look for in an essential oil before you purchase it?
So my criteria may be a little different from a beginner, because I use essential oils in my school, and I'm teaching, and I use the highest standards available. And but there are a couple things which I would recommend, like if you wanted to start buying essential oils, or somebody who's new to this modality, I would recommend. Okay, essential oils are produced by distillers, just like wine. They have their vintners, wine people who make wine. Well, essential oils are produced in distilleries. The shortest distance between the distiller and the user, the better. So if you can buy directly from the distiller, or if you can buy from someone who buys from the distiller. If you buy from a store like a health food store, who knows how old those oils are. The people who are selling it probably don't know much about it, and who knows how many people there were between when it was manufactured, bottled, rebottled, bottled again. The more people there are between the distiller and the user, the more opportunity for monkey business, like adulteration or who knows what. Weird things happen with oils. It's very, there are some unscrupulous practices, adding things to extend it. It's all about money. So. Right. So that's the really long answer.
So then, Liz, how do you know if the essential oil that you're purchasing is pure and it's the right one?
I would ask your source. Knowing your source is the whole thing. Don't just buy it from any old health food store. Find a reliable source. And I mean, I could share some like 5 or 6 company names. Not right now, but you know, if you want to put them, I don't know. Do you do show notes, Terri?
Yep, we can put them in the show notes.
Basically, when you buy, the person from whom you buy the oil should be able to answer questions like, when was the oil produced? You know, what is the shelf life of this oil? It should say on the bottle, 100% essential oil. It should not be diluted with something else. It should say, it's a tricky thing, Terri, because there's no legislation protecting the person who buys essential oils. There's no legislative body saying for it to be essential oil, for it to be pure and natural, it has to have this criteria. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the user to really get to know the person who's selling the oils. So,
that's awesome advice.
So like if you're just buying from someone on eBay or Amazon or, you know, I mean, there are some awesome sellers on the internet, but basically I would write to them and ask them questions. Are your oils tested? GCMS tested. That's a whole big conversation, but GCMS testing is important. You know, do you know the distiller? Do you know who produced these essential oils? If they do, or if they say, no, but I know who the person I bought them from does, that's better.
Oh, fantastic. So are there any other safety concerns that we need to be careful of while we're looking to use essential oils?
Absolutely. So err on the side of caution. If you're not sure if you should put in 1 or 3 drops, put in 1. You can always go back and add more later. These are very potent concentrated substances, so always go a little lighter than you think you need. The other thing is, as I said, always dilute them. I have a podcast, and in my last podcast, I talked a lot about why you need to add essential oils to a carrier, which is essential oils like fatty things. They don't mix well with water. Oil and water don't mix, so they it'll separate in water. And if you were to put essential oils in a spray bottle of water and put it on your skin, it'd be just like putting it directly on your skin. It will separate out from the water. So always dilute them in something like aloe vera gel, cream, oil, something like that. The other thing is that some essential oils can make you very sensitive to the sun, and they have what's called a phototoxic reaction. The citruses are classic for this. Grapefruit. There's an oil called bergamot. Some people pronounce it bergamot. There's lemon, lime. Some of these essential oils, if you put them on the skin and go out in the sunshine, you'll get a really bad reaction. You'll get severely burned, or sometimes you get a big black mark. That's called photosensitization response. Again, nothing to be afraid of, but just learn what are the oils that will do that. So use those at night, or just cover them with the under your clothes or something like that. So you have you want to dilute them. You want to make sure that they don't create a photosensitization reaction. You don't necessarily want to take them internally. That is a practice that can be done by someone like me, 23 years of experience. If I were to do that, it would be with a very particular oil in a very particular circumstance. I think that internal use has no place in the beginner's practice. Other things that we have to be careful of. Don't let them around children. Don't get them in your eyes. If you do get them in your eyes, you wouldn't use water to wash them out, Terri, because it doesn't mix with water. What you would do is put a little bit of oil, like on a tissue, and just sort of wipe it through your eyes like that, and the essential oil will cling to the oil. And by oil, I mean like a vegetable oil, like olive oil or canola.
Oh, that's really great advice too. So, we all have that in our home too, so it's not like we have to go looking for it, right? Like it's some strange,
Exactly.
I love that. How about storage, Liz? Is there a specific way we should be storing our essential oil? I mean, we know we want to keep it away from kids, so I'm sure we want to keep it in some kind of special, something that kids can't get into easily, or put them high, but what are we storing them in?
Because they're kind of fragile. They don't like light and they don't like heat. They break down very easily, especially from air. So you want to keep them. First of all, when you buy them, they are usually in colored bottles. You'll see them in a dark brown, sometimes blue, sometimes green. That is because the colored glass is designed to protect the oil from breaking down with UV rays. So you want to make sure you don't line them all up on the windowsill because, oh, it looks so pretty when the sun comes in. You're ruining your oil. So keep them in a dark place. Keep the caps on them. Keep them in a cool spot. You don't have to keep them in the fridge, but you want to keep them in a place that is consistently cool, like a garage or even in a bedroom. A bedroom is better than, say, a bathroom where you've got hot and cold and steam and so forth. So keep them away from air, heat, and light. Those are the things that will really ruin an essential oil.
Okay, awesome. Oh, that's a great tip. So I want to talk about using them a little bit, if we can go back a little bit.
Absolutely.
I've read your blog, and I'm not an experienced aromatherapy person, so all of you people who are, this may seem like a basic question, but so I've seen on your blog, Liz, you talk about putting different scents maybe into a decanter to make it smell pretty in your home. And then I've also seen you provide recipes like for restless leg syndrome, for instance. So would these same recipes be used in a lotion, or are they used in a decanter? Are they different because it's for a different purpose? How does one determine these things?
Okay, so the first thing you want to, before you can determine method of application is ways to use them is kind of the term. So for example, first you think, what results do I want? Do I want the room to smell good, or do I want my legs to be still? Right. So if I want the room to smell good, or if I want to kill airborne bacteria, Thanksgiving's coming, you can get you said decanter, and I'm pretty sure you meant diffuser.
That's the word. Sorry.
I threw in that whiskey reference from the beginning, and I screwed you up totally. Now we're talking decanters and booze. Okay, never mind. Okay, diffuser is an instrument. You put the essential oils in there, and they are either heated or they're misted out so that you have the molecules in the air. That is a great way to use them. As I said, with the holidays, people are coming in and out of the house, lots of people. You could diffuse almost any essential oil and have the effect of killing airborne bacteria and kind of keeping everyone healthy and making the place smell good. So diffusion, if you want the effect of either just a nice smelling house or office, or killing airborne bacteria, that would be the method of use. If you are going for a specific therapeutic effect on the body, then you can apply with lotions or creams. So you would add the essential oil, and I actually do have the dilution numbers on my website. But basically, 5 drops of essential oil to 1 ounce of carrier. Okay. Then you would put that on your skin. Making a room spray is super easy. You could take like 10 drops of essential oil, an ounce of water, and just, again, if you're going for spraying the air, spraying the countertops and wiping them down. You could also add essential oils to a bath, Terry. Awesome. Beautiful way to use essential oils. If anybody even takes baths anymore, most of us are too much in a hurry. But
so, wait, I'm going to stop you there. So you say put them in a bathtub, but you say not to put it with direct skin contact. So help me understand the difference. When you say use them with a bath, are we dropping the oil into the bath water, or are we putting it in a diffuser to
Oh, you're so smart. You're all over it. Thank you. That was such a great question. It depends on the oil. If it's a really mild, gentle oil like lavender, I'll usually just throw it right in the water. If it's an essential oil that I feel like I don't know if I want this against my skin, I will add it to either oil and put it in the tub, or sometimes I'll just put it in whole milk or cream.
Okay.
You need to have something to break up that essential oil so it mixes and becomes one with the water. So if you want to take a bath, or if you want to give your children a bath with essential oils in it, because little kids' skin is so sensitive, I would just take like a cup of milk or cream, even a little bit of oil. Add your essential oil to it, pour that in the water, and swish it around. That way there's no danger of it coming in contact directly with the skin.
Okay, fantastic. And then, lastly, Liz, how does someone get started with aromatherapy?
Education, education, education. Because these are potentially dangerous, because they're strong and their effects are big, you want to know what you're doing. So I would say get a couple of really good books, find a good teacher. I would not just go with one source. Look around. There are a lot of teachers teaching essential oils. Find one that you resonate with. Come to my school. It's always the best choice as far as I'm concerned. But I would say get a couple of good books, take a couple of good classes, and when you are using the essential oils, always err on the side of caution. I've had many students who contact me and say, I was about to make a blend for my son, but I just wanted to double check before I did. And I love when they do that, because they're respecting the potency of the blend of the oils. Does that answer your question about how do people start?
Yeah, no, it truly, truly does, So now, what do you have coming up? Anything exciting happening in your world for aromatherapy?
Always, Terry, always. So currently, my classes are all live in the classroom in Pennsylvania. In 2015, I have 2 online classes coming out, so that's just something to watch for. I will, even when I have online classes, I will always teach live, because I think there is nothing like live instruction. There's a lot of blending that happens in my classroom. I have tons of jars and bottles and oils and carriers, and I kind of give them carte blanche. We have some instruction. I say, go blend. We call it the PlayStation. And so what I have coming up in my live classes, my next live class is not until February. It's a beginner's class. It's a 2-day class. And then March begins my certification program. It's 235 hours. You can become nationally certified. And then I have hydrosol class, and I have energetics classes, and there's a new one, teacher training, that I'm going to be launching in the fall as well. Beg your pardon, in the spring. I have a podcast every Thursday and a newsletter every week. So there are a lot of ways to stay in touch with me.
And what's the link for your newsletter, Liz?
It's aromaticwisdominstitute.com, just like, I've always wanted to do this. Right there.
There you go. So great. Yay!
It's the little things, Terry.
It really is.
Honestly. So so if you go to aromaticwisdominstitute.com/newsletter, that'll take you to where you can sign up for the free newsletter. It comes out every week. And the podcast, if you go to the website, you'll see up there blog, podcast, and all the links there.
Oh, fantastic. Great, Liz.
Did you learn something, Terry? Have you learned some new things today?
I've learned so many things today, Liz. I'm so excited. I want to get like a little starter kit now for myself, so I can spend 2015 not having restless leg syndrome, getting rid of all the smells that I don't like in my house, and making it smell whatever season we're in yummy. So great to know. And now I know never to put anything directly to my skin, especially me. I have psoriasis, so to put something on my skin that could cause it to do things that I don't even know what it's going to do. I didn't even think about it. So I'm so glad that you shared.
And there are oils that are good for psoriasis. We'll talk about that privately, and the very fact that you have psoriasis says that you might want to be really careful with what you put on your skin, because it reacts.
It does.
And I want to say this coming Thursday on Thanksgiving Day, the podcast episode will be about 10 essential oils to begin with. Like the 10, I can't remember what I called it, something like the 10 basic essential oils for a home to start with at home. So there's a good one for beginners.
Oh, fantastic. I look forward to tuning into that and learning more about essential oils. Is there anything you'd like to leave us with before we say goodbye today?
Just that I am so grateful to have been here. This was a lot of fun. It was a big learning curve for me, because now I'm, it's the first time on Google Hangouts, and you are a Google Hangouts expert. You're the one to go to if anybody wants to learn. And this has just been a lot of fun. And thank you so much, Terry, for having me and for this connection that we've had. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, oh, I've enjoyed it too, and I so appreciate you coming on today and spending a little bit of time with me and talking with my fans and letting us know how we can truly get the benefits of essential oils and aromatherapy. It's starting to become such a common practice today, so I'm so glad to know more about it. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, and I wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
You too, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone else if you're in the United States. Don't
Yep.
eat too much, and you know.
Oh, thanks so much, Liz. And guys, I want to wish you and your family a very, very happy Thanksgiving as well. And you know, here in Go Mind Your Business, we're all about bringing you movers and shakers in the industry who are truly making things happen. I want to be able to share those people with you. If there's anybody that you would like me to connect you with, please let me know. I'd love to have them on our show and learn more about what they're doing in this business. And until we meet again next time, I'm reminding you to go mind your business. And until we meet again, have a very happy holiday, and I'll see you guys again next time. You take care now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Liz. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Go Mind Your Business with Terri Bork, presented by Extreme Marketing Concepts. If you want to drive more traffic, dominate the market, and crush your competition, find out how by visiting our website, www.extrememarketingconcepts.com. And join Terri next time for another episode of Go Mind Your Business.